Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm selling the most OP vocation. Indeed, that's why it's your opportunity to get such a lovely character of the most OP vocation for cheap. There you go. Deal of a lifetime. Hello. Hello. don't blame me. It's straight from the source data. Straight from the source. It's impossible for anything to be wrong with it. Let me just roll my praise real quick, see what we get. Nothing here. Crypt Warden is interesting, because I kind of want to go Sphinxes. Nothing. Or Goannas, maybe, but nah. Turtles, Acolytes, Summer Gods, nah. Goannas again. Maybe Goannas will be good. Hello. We look at graphs and he's the worst. But clearly your graphs aren't quite as good as CIPSOFT graphs. Your data must be flawed. As opposed to CIPSOFT data. Bro. What a day yesterday. Oh, hello. Hello, Echo Raid. Let's have a look what we get here. Oh! Thank you.
Monk deleted now.
Thank you for Divin. Here we go. 3, 5, 4, 1. What a lovely start right here. Some dust. We have a bounty on Angry Sugar Fairies, so we're gonna finish that off. 200 left. It should take approximately 30 to 40 minutes. And after that, we'll see what we're going to do. Show me your perks on Soul Bleeder. There we go. All at the bottom for now. You just don't understand Tortuga. They clearly have some internal data sources that are much, much better. Hey, Crocon. Haven't seen you in a while. Hey. No, Monk is fine. DS5618, Monk is totally fine on low levels, especially for solo hunting. He is fine. People do exaggerate a little bit, but he's not the strongest. So that part is a little sus, you know, by CIPSOFT. All right, anyways, reset analyzer. Let's start going for the fairies. I'm going to be focusing fairies only. If I kill some other stuff at the same time, that's great, but I'm going for fairies. Still bugged? Oh, I know. Well, watching that graph though, I think druids and paladins are pretty safe. Druids definitely, right? If you're a druid, bro, you're gonna be getting buffed. You know? Definitely not at risk vocation. And it's so laughable. I don't know. I don't want to be derailed by that post yesterday, but like the implication in that post was that druids, on average, were making 40% of the experience that a monk was. Like, how crazy is that? So if a monk was doing 6 KK raw, an equivalent druid was making 2.4 KK raw. Like that is just so so outrageous. I don't even know how you can look at that data and be like, yep, sounds good to me, bro. Sounds good to me. That's pre-rebalance, of course, but still insane. Crazy. Hope they're recording this hunting session. Yes, definitely not going to get nerfed from this one. Yes, that graph was extremely questionable. I really have to question their methodology. Oh, here we go. Another echo raid. What do we get? Influenced Angry Sugar Fairies. Pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Perfect for our bounty. Plus some dust for re-rolling. I'm currently farming dust up to 1,000 before having another reroll sesh on the sanguine bow. So we're probably not going to do it today. I think I have, let me check. I have 566 dust right now, so still need another 430 before I do another rolling session. How would Monk lose the XP after rebalance? Yeah, that's another one. That's another one that's really stuck out to me. Because, yeah, Monks didn't get anything crazy. But, you know, they did get straight up buffs, right? Like, non-negligible buffs. I would have expected Monk to be like 2, 3, 4% better, right? With the rebalance. And they instead like 4% weaker. So, you know, that should be screaming to CIPSOFT that either the data is wrong or that they have somehow broken some of the... They have broken Monk with the rebalance somehow that they don't understand. They got less damage from way of the Monk auto attacks? I don't think so. I think CIPSOFT just missed. When they talked about the auto attack stuff, they... Shit, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know why Monks are weaker. I don't know. I don't know what CIPSOFT is up to. But yes, that... Oh, Sugar Mummy. Oh, right, yeah, it's the weekend, isn't it? Indeed. Well, technically, not yet. Yeah, I do think that probably there's something with the average player just being absolutely terrible, you know? Still don't get it. I still don't know how EK, solo EK, beats solo Paladin in every level range, according to CIPSOFT's data. Like, what? How? How is that possible? It's just so laughable, dude. It's so laughable, and it's so clear that there's something very, very wrong with the data. I don't know what. There's not enough information to deduce what is wrong with the data, but definitely something very, very wrong is going on there. And it's concerning that CIPSOFT looks at this data, that, you know, every player can... Because, okay, so let me say that I think CIPSOFT thinks that data is fine, right? I don't think they are being deceptive on purpose. Likely just, you know, bad at data science. So I don't think they've been deceptive on purpose, but like it's concerning that they can look at this data and not realize that there's something wrong, right? And they go ahead and they publish it to like, you know, tens of thousands of customers, and they think, yeah, that'll make them understand. Very concerning, dude. I rolled in Soul Bleeder crit chance. Sure, I mean, on Soul Bleeder is not that important, right? Because you're only going to have until level 600 anyways. So you don't have to go for the very best one. That one is a good enough for Soul Bleeder, I would say. The mitigation on mobs is, you know, a little bit of a nerf technically to the Monk, but not enough to actually make them weaker compared to what they got. It's still surprising. I still think there's something much more serious going on there. Yes, I'm Polish. Hey, Vishna. Imagine balancing the game on those charts. Yep. And they are, for sure. God help us. I think it was a good thing they released the chart. Now we also understand where comes the significant differences between game developers and actual players. Yeah, or maybe it's us that are wrong, right? Maybe we just don't understand the average player, right? Although they did have a follow-up post where they said they looked at various stuff, various ways of slicing the data, and the outcome was always the same, even when they cut off like outliers and stuff. So shocking. I don't know. It's impossible for me to deduce where the data is coming from. as you know, there's not even any access. I don't know what numbers they're talking about, but it's definitely. I definitely don't think the data is right. Is monks still expensive more than other vocations on Bazaar? Yes. Well, of course, monks will be more expensive. There's fewer of them. So of course there will be less supply. The demand is kind of low as well, I would say right now. So maybe they're not like much more expensive, but I would say on average, an average equivalent character, yes, I would still say monks are probably the most expensive just because they are the newest vocation. But you still can get, you know, a low level monk for a fairly decent price. Have you sold your monk? It's currently on Bazaar and it's had a bid. And in fact, I've had 3 people now telling me that they're going to bid on 45k. So I do think when it finishes on Sunday at 10 a.m., there's likely going to be a small bidding war just before the end, is my expectation. We'll see. We'll see where it ends up. I don't know what's going on here with this guy. I'm selling the monk because I'm not going to play it again. Because I'm doing other content and it's a shame for him to be wasted. Being just rotting in my account unplayed, you know? May as well get a bit of money for it while it's still worth something. Because it's still a very good character at this point. You know, a year or 2 from now, it's going to be an average character. Yeah, well, yeah, this is the thing. It's very hard to make any deductions based on CIPSOFT data because they don't have any access, right? So you don't know if they include people doing bounties. I don't know how they would how they would remove bounties and stuff like that or bestiaries from the data set. I guess I don't know. Maybe they can do it by zone and stuff and exclude bad hunting grounds, but EK being the best is just so so ridiculous. I don't know, unless honestly the average paladin is just absolutely god awful. If the average paladin's shooting like, you know, 800 arrows per hour or something, then, you know, maybe, but I don't know. Crazy dude. And the thing is, though, EKs are also a pasta vocation, right? There's a lot of farmers on EKs, which should theoretically also lower their experience because they're not going for experience, they're going for pasta farming, right? Hunting like dark torturers and inquisition and stuff, which aren't exactly known for profit. So that's also surprising. Yeah, definitely very flawed data somehow. And without having more insight into the data, no way to tell what's happening. What I think of Paladin, I think it's great. I love it. It's my definitely, from what I've seen so far, I think it is going to be my favorite vocation. I do think Druid will be pretty close, but less versatile. You know, Paladin can go literally everywhere and be have a fun time and be comfortable. Druid a little less so. You know, Druid is more limited, but still also very fun. But I think I will enjoy those 2 the most. Probably EK 3rd, Monk 4th, and Sorcerer my least favorite for solo, for sure. For Team Hunt, I'd love an MS. I think if I ever get an opportunity to start in a Team Hunt on like a new server, I wouldn't mind going MS. Assuming that, you know, I was basically playing in Team Hunt 90% of the time, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Hey, Antaria, hello. What's your take on the post yesterday, Antaria? I don't think I've seen anything from you on the Discord. Do you like Candia? No, I'm just doing a bounty. This one is a terrible respawn. The Nibblemores aren't too bad, but this is like one of like the worst respawns in the game, to be honest. It's gonna have like a 40% EXP buff, and it probably wouldn't be that great. It's awful. All ranged creatures. Whoever thought that would be good? Probably above average raw experience. Probably. This is a bounty only place for me. I have never come here without the bounty. Can you make a new updated video for Paladin? Yep, I'm gonna. All in due time. Sorcerer first. We're still gonna finish Sorcerer first on YouTube. Is this forkable? Yes, it's forkable. People said it's pretty good on a druid. You just, yeah. Of course it is. What I think about the Carnage Charm, I think it's not good. I quite like its design. Its balance is just disastrous. The size of it, the proc chance of it, yeah, just terrible all around. Like the design is kind of cool, like on hit explosion from monsters, kind of like it. I think it's cool, but it would have to be like, you know, a much bigger size and potentially higher odds, maybe even higher damage. Like everything, every parameter of that charm needs to be buffed for it to be actually kind of good. Increased size, damage, and probability. Then it's going to be good. How can I look for it? If you're in YouTube chat, you can just use command !! auction, and it's going to send you the link. Yes, I didn't think to put it in the description of the YouTube video, but I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can figure it out. They said they compared the average of top. Yeah, I know they said they did, but still, clearly, still something's very, very wrong with the methodology. Or maybe, you know, EK and Monk players are just, for some reason, absolute giga chads. You know, the average maybe Paladin and Sorcerer players like 50 IQ, and the Monk and EK players are like 150 IQ, and they're just really, really good, even though they are playing, you know, bad vocations. Then they are doing like amazing results. Maybe that's what's happening. Yes, apparently they did various comparisons indeed. Apparently. Hard to believe though, right? No, I'm drinking a coffee right now. Maybe in a few hours. Are you planning to create new videos where to EXP with RP after rebalance? Yes, when we're done with Sorcerer. Sorcerer, then Paladin. Biggest issue is scaling? Sure, but like looking at Monk being so far ahead of the curve in level 400, apparently, I don't think that is the case. I mean, you know, right now, what, at level 400 on a Monk, what are your best spots, right? What, Nagas and Cobras with Solkamas, Mitmas, Occupied Sanctuary? You're going to do what, more, like 6k raw, majority of those respawns, something like that? How many spawns does a Paladin or Sorcerer have above 6k raw at level 400? Definitely more than the Monk. Is MS harder to play than the Monk? Yes. That's comparing top level results, but you know that is a valid comparison point, right? A comparison point of what if a PG player picks up a vocation, how fast he can reach level 1000 by just going to like the top 2 respawns is a pretty valid comparison point. I would like to know that. And they said they did look at stuff like that, right? Top 10, top 20%. And the results were the same, so I don't know. I don't believe it. Monk name and bizarre. Kuznier Monk. I didn't rename it. You should compare the average, not the top. Well, disagree. That's not how statistics. It's not how the statistics. Well, that's one way to look at statistics. It's pretty useless to just look at the average and not ignoring the outliers. Anyways. Another day, one of Kai's accounts yeeted. Yes, they are very harsh to poor Kai. Always banning his Discord accounts. Very sad story. You should compare the 90th percentile. Yes, I think that's. I think if I were trying to get like a fair gauge, I would probably do. Okay, here's what I would do. I would try and narrow it down to the top 10 most popular respawns per vocation. So say, you know, for paladins, I'd look at like Flimsies, Rashomon, Upper Rosh, Falcons, etc., etc. For EKs, I would look at, you know, Summer Court, I don't know, wherever the hell EKs hunt these days. I don't even know. I would take the 10 most popular respawns that Invocation hunts at and their results, and I would discount like maybe top 5% just to not have like OP outliers, and I'd discount like the bottom 80%. So I'd look at like maybe between the 80th and 95th percentile for the top 10 popular respawns, and I'd take those results and see how it stacks up. I think that would be way more accurate of an actual power level of a vocation. And ranging for levels, yeah, of course, you'd have to range it for levels, yeah, of course. The ranges that they use are pretty much okay, you know, like 400 to 600, 600 to like 900. I think those are pretty fine ranges, yeah. Everyone should get a basic house where we can put items and training dummy to train. Well, it doesn't really work though, right? It doesn't really work in Tibia's game world, right? Where would you put all those houses for all these people? Doesn't really work. That's basically what you're asking for, is basically an instanced house, but then CIPSOFT needs to add instances to the game, which, well, I don't think is happening. Just fill the desert with houses. Yes, that would do it. Still probably not enough for Antique and Sakura though. Are you joining a new server when it comes? No, I'm not. I actually am really like, I do want to play a new server at some point. The problem is that the new server is not going to allow me to make guides, because if I play on a new server, then my purpose is going to be to PG. So what I am planning to first finish majority of my content, especially the Druid content, because if I was going to start on a new server, I'd be starting a Druid. So I definitely want to finish like my Druid content from like 0 to 600. And after that, once I've recorded my 0 to 600 Druid content, when an optional European server comes out after that, then I'm going to start on it as a Druid and actually go for like a PG mode as a playthrough. I think that would be fun. But the Druid is going to be finished probably in about 5 months. So basically end of the year, something like that. So the first optional European server in 2027, I'll probably play, whenever that may be. What slot on render and Ferniak bone proficiency should I reroll? Last time I looked at it, it was like shockingly obvious to me. So I don't really want to embarrass you by looking at it and making you think it's so obvious. So just have a look at it and have a think yourself. If you still don't know, then you can come back. Check the suggested proficiency perks. I thought it was so obvious I didn't even add Inferniac weapons in there because I thought, you know, everybody will know just by looking at the tree, but I guess I should add. Well, I'm starting to get a bit of an idea in Taria, right? Because I've been playing a little bit of like 550 Sorcerer now, about 570 Paladin, and there's just no way that Monk is significantly outperforming them. Even a tiny outperformance, I would be very shocked about, right? Unless literally the average Paladin and average Sorcerer has like, you know, 2 brain cells, but I don't think that explains it. Is it possible to modify 2 traits on the same row? Nope. I haven't tried. I don't think so, though, Tiger. I don't think so. I think it has to be in a different column. But shit, I didn't actually think. I never tried to do that. I don't think that's a good thing to do, anyways. You like Monk more after rebalance? Sure. Although apparently you're weaker according to the graphs. Just surprising. Ooh, my MB ran out on the Soul Bleeder. Let me scroll it up. 1 sec. Here we go. Yes, I think the average level of a Monk player is probably much higher than, the average Antica role player on other vocations, whereas the average Monk is likely, you know, a lot more serious, but still, that's still, even if they discounted they said they discounted the outliers and it was still the same, so I don't know. Like I say, it's kind of pointless to be talking about it too much because it's impossible to really deduce anything from the rather incomplete data. Your EXP is not noticeably higher? Okay, so yeah, maybe the average Monk just decided to call it quits, right? And just started doing bounties or something, which is why the experience started dropping. That's also possible. That would explain the drop. Whereas monks who are still PGing after rebalance are doing better. Other vocations have more beginners and casuals. Yeah, but CIPSOFT shouldn't be balancing around that, right? Beginners and casuals don't even consider like the vocation power, really. They just happy to, you know, smash the random buttons on the keyboard. Balance should reflect more experienced players who can actually play the vocation. I think so anyways, but maybe I'm in a bubble. Yeah, Shadjik, that's never going to happen. Yes, I think it would make sense. It would be kind of cool. And that was my feedback on one of the rebalance threads as well. But I just don't think CIPSOFT is ever gonna remove mana from a vocation. Maybe new vocation. I think if a new vocation came, I think it's possible that they would give them a different resource bar, maybe. But I don't think they would rebalance anybody to have a different resource bar. Are you doing a bounty? Yes, we're almost finished. 5 more minutes or something. Rage is a resource that goes to forums. Yes, it's already in the game. Indeed. I roll master bounties, of course. Master. You should roll master bounties as soon as you can. Definitely the most efficient. And on low level, if you get a good master bounty, you get like a level and experience. It's great. What else you have? You have Gloof Tower, Cross Hunt, for example. Lava Lurkers still probably pretty good. Barkless Elves. Don't know if you need Prophet. Where Hyenas, pretty good. Assuming you have an ice weapon. Lower Spike is a little bit awkward. Like, you can try that. It's fine. It's just not a very fun respawn. Kind of difficult to make it work. Drefia Worms, yeah, maybe. I don't really care about other vocations, the XP rates. Okay, cool. You're playing Tibia as a single player game. That's fine. But majority of people treat it as an MMO with a competitive aspect and faster progression and caring about other people's results. Kind of inherent to it. I think people always care. What would be a low level to start doing master bounties for a paladin? Around 250. For me, the master bounty cutoff is always when you can do Book World Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 2, and Crumbling Caverns as well, but also like Warzone 4, 5, 6. If you can do all those are very good master bounties. And then you should start rolling master bounties. So it is like somewhere between level 250 and 300. If you've got a good character and you know what you're doing, then like 250. If not, then maybe 300. Asura Mirror, cheat kit. I would just spam Asura Mirror. Although Rushmore West after rebalance may be doable as well. I'd give it a go. Monk or Druid has more spawn variety for Sorrel Hunt in general. I think Monk has more variety. It's pretty close though, but I do think Monk has a little bit more variety. He has the physical respawns, right, with Crypt Strike. My 400 RP should have been rolling Master Bounty since it came out. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. If you run out of tokens, you can just do beginners until you get a few tokens. But yes, you should be going for Master Bounties by default, indeed. Ooh, yeah, Rapid is coming up. I don't have any plans, actually. Maybe I'll just choose a few monsters to focus on, but I'll probably just be doing bounties. Kanda Roshamul is still closed? Oh, dear. What do you mean EKOP? Not me. CIPSOFT does, if you look at the graph they published yesterday. Going alphabetical and just going down my list. You could do that. I was thinking about going difficulty-wise, so starting with all like trivial and harmless stuff, and then moving on to easy, medium, etc. Just completing each like category, you know? Because I don't actually need charm points. I'm just going more for like unrapid for like completion now. Or maybe going by monster category, right? Maybe do the amphibics first, right? I don't know. How much the monk? Well, he's got a bid on for 45k at the moment. I imagine it's going to end a little over 50. No better to join some harder team bestiaries. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't find that very fun. Plus, on the weekends, I don't really have the flexibility to, play for hours at a time with people completing bestiaries. So I just play when I can. Oh, here we go. Bounty finished. Let's get the hell out. Now, we'll roll when we're in depot. I need to kill one more truffle for the bestiary on that one. Kill one on the way out. They should actually be. They should be. You know what? Let me just have a little run around. There should be an echo on Candia right now. Let me see if I can find it. Because I spawned one about 30 odd minutes ago. There should have been one in the mines as well. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not gonna go to like everywhere, but let's keep an eye out for it. Oh, and we can do the discovery while we're here as well. What mastery should I use in mixed spectre during team hunt? Fire. For buried cathedral, you want to go in fire. Because majority of the monsters are arachnophobicas and burster specters, and that's what's best for them. And then your teammates will kill off the gazers. In Nibblemoors, Nibblemoor is a different zone. You've got a guaranteed echo on the surface. You've got a guaranteed echo in Nibblemoors and a guaranteed echo in the sugar fairies and whatnot. Let's just see if we can find it. I also need one more discovery point. Oh, here's the discovery. I've done the Candia discovery. I haven't yet found the echo though. Oh, here it is. We got it. Fruit drops. Whatever. What's the monk level? I think 843. Let's roll. See if we get something for a good bounty. Or if we're going to be doing something else. Got 40 minutes stamina. If we go like a good hunt. Could EXP a little bit. Let's have a look. All right. Fingers crossed for something good. Bramble Wormling. I have that on my preferred list. I do want to do it. It's very boring now. It'd be good if Edrin was boosted, but I guess it's not. No. I don't know, dude. Wait for silver or gold. Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to do this bestiary. I've only done one bounty there. I still need like 3 more bounties. Yeah, maybe wait for silver or gold. Yeah. Always annoying to not at least get the influence mobs. Yeah, when you do the easy one, it's easy echoes. It's nice to get the influence stuff, get some dust for your weapon. I really want to roll again. Should we roll again the Sanguine Bow? We got another 2 rolls here. Kind of tempted. I wanted to wait for 1000, but I love the gamba and the rolling. Maybe we should do 2 rolls on Sanguine Bow. Who's up for it? Who's up for a couple rolls on the Sanguine Bow? Should we do it? Come on, I want to do it. Why not Breach Brood? I have them on the bestiary done. So I'm using bounties primarily as a bestiary help right now. You know, if this was a gold Breach Brood, then sure I would still do it, right? But for a bronze, I don't care. I'd rather do some bestiary. We're probably gonna roll it. Anyway, let's try and roll this sanguine bow a bit. We've got this crit chance for auto attacks, but I'd rather try to go for something better. Where TTS, I removed it, Kai. I removed it because some people are abusing it. There you go. No names, but some people are abusing it. I figured there's only going to be TTS behind subscriptions, gifts, and donations. So to prevent abuse, you know? All right, 2 rolls. We get 2 rolls. I think on average, it's like 10% chance that you're going to get something good per roll. And we're going to get 6 rolls. So it's not like terribly unlikely that we're going to get something good. Because there's 2 mods I will take. I will take the percentage of combat either as spells or auto attacks. Those 2 I would keep. Why I still have +1 disc? Well, because I had to choose one to reroll. I'd rather be rolling this one. And then, well, the one +1 disc I'll reroll once I have mastery. You can get the XP on weapons before the level. Yeah, of course. Either by, you know, just using it while you're doing easy bestiaries or by using catalysts. All right. Pray. No. Oh, damn it. We keep this one. Next one is going to be huge. Yeah, for sure. All right. One more roll. One more roll. One more roll. One more roll. That's 6 rolls now. 6 rolls. We've got the crit chance for auto attacks, which isn't terrible. It's like the 4th or 5th best one, but not good enough to keep long term on a sanguine bow. Oh well. Keep it for now. That's 6 rolls deep. All right, let's roll this bounty. I don't want to do this bronze bramble wormling, I think. Take inborn and go to wormlings. Well, the thing is, even if I did take that, I can't actually use this weapon until level 600. So I could just go soul bleeder, you know, and the soul bleeder has the built-in inkborn right there. Right there. Don't need it on the sanguine bow. This is why we do not gamba. Yep. Yeah, let's roll off of it. I'll take a silver bramble, but not a bronze one like this. Let's go. Okay. Well, we will do this one. We'd do both of these. We'd do the Carnage Sylvans and we'd do the Dread Intruder. Obviously, going to go for the Dread Intruder though. Darklight Source too hard. You know, Paladins are strong, but not quite that strong. This is a lovely bounty actually. Dread Intruder 308. 2.3 mil. Dread Intruder. Where's this one best at? I forget. Is that Zao? I haven't been to Otherworld since I was doing it on my monk when I was doing the proficiency grind for Crypt Strike all those months ago, dude. Dread Intruder. Yes, best in Zao, apparently. Okay, let's have a look at the bookings. Otherworld. Zao is free. We can go. Let me just book it. Why are you selling the monk? Because I'm not going to play it for a while. Or ever. I don't know. I don't know about every single Echo raid in the game. 1 pain. I imagine Benuta is just 1, but it's spot dependent. I don't know every single one. I imagine Benuta is just 1, so there's not going to be 1 every floor. I'd be very, very, very surprised. Claim Overworld Zalo. All right. I've got it claimed. Do I need what build do I go there? Let me have a quick check. I imagine it's still Ethereal, right? Are they like really strong to physical and weak to holy? I don't think so. Let me double check all the resistances. Holy 95, physical 95, holy 105, physical 105, holy physical 100, and holy 110, physical 100. Okay, so it's basically more or less the same. Holy and physical are more or less the same, so we're going to go for the physical build. Ethereal Barrage is better. So for the wheel, we don't need ranged accepted build. We can just go for the Ethereal Barrage build right here. And I think that's it. Let me change the rotation, get my sun in, and let's refill, and we can go. Where's the save for later button on the bounty talisman? Imagine if you could have like a backlog of like 2 or 3 that you could save. Holy. That would be that would actually be really good. If you could save like a team hunt bounty for later while you're doing your solo bounties, that would be pretty sick. If you could keep like 2 or 3 for later to choose between. Holy shit, that would be a lovely feature, actually. I think we're going to go with Ultimate Spirits, just because I don't want to have to focus too much on healing. We need a Pendulet. Will we need a Prismatic Ring at this level? Probably not, right? We can probably get away with Alicorn at least. Is it better to grab 2 different Revelation perks or go to 500 points into one? That depends. That depends on your vocation, your level, your greater gems, because going into level 500, for example, I have a Revelation Mastery gem for the carpet. So I have a greater gem build like this. Where is it? Here. Where I slot in the greater gem. And once I upgrade it, I still need to upgrade it an extra 1 level. I'll get 225 points for carpet, and then I would go like this for my for my Ethereal build. But I do not have it yet upgraded. But if you don't have a greater gem, then for an Ethereal build, I would rather go for this. Although going for T2 carpet would be okay as well. Repeat again what you think about the message. I mean, we've been talking about it for 40 minutes. But yeah, it's safe to say that I just think the data is somehow flawed. It's impossible to deduce how it's flawed, but it's pretty obvious that it is in fact flawed. No one will persuade me that, EK is the strongest solo vocation in like every level range. It's just bizarre. I don't know what happened with the data, but it cannot be trusted. It basically is. It's so bad that it can just be disregarded. The druid being so bad pre-rebalance is also definitely an exaggeration. Ultra deluxe task expansion idea for the store. I was thinking that as I was talking about it. I was like, oh, CIPSOFT could definitely add something like that to the store. Whilst I'm here, I'm just going to run south real quick. Just really quick and complete this Ragnir discovery. I think I should be able to pick it up south from here. First time in Nightmare, what do these portals go to when inside a boss? No, there is like a central room that you can go to, which will have a bunch of, I want to say, silences in, or some monster. And there's a little box that you can click to get a Nightmare Teddy as a reward. There is no boss there. For the new perks, weapon you list, highest combat skill is extra damage. Would you prefer base, crit damage, or critical hit chance? Is that like 2 questions in one? Are you saying if you don't get the combat skill, what would I go for? The combat skills as for spells is the best one for basically every vocation. I don't know what you're asking about crit damage and crit chance for. Are you saying as an alternative to that? The data was measured with the party hunt analyzer. Ah, now it's all clear. If majority of players are 40-year-olds unskilled player, then it makes sense EK doesn't require hand. It's a little harsh. I still think it doesn't make sense though. Even accounting for the skill differential. Because they said they ran different data sets, right? And discounted some of the results. I don't buy it. 5 out of 7. Huh. There's still two discovery points somewhere. But I couldn't find them there. It's weird. Maybe need to reset this one. If you miss percentage combat skill, is it base damage or... if you miss percent combat skill, you should probably go for Alpha Strike if you're a solo player. And after that, I don't have an answer for you. I would probably go for base damage, but it's... Yeah, base damage to Chain Penance is probably not terrible. But I don't know if it's good enough. All right. So we're going to run to Svargrund. Thank you. Thank you, Rune. Hello, everybody. Thanks so much. Now, where is Zhao? God, I haven't been here in so long. You have to go down here, I think. God, it's been a long time. Is it here? Yes. Hey, Rune. Thanks so much for the raid. Hello, everybody. I'm just trying to find my way to Zhao Overworld for my gold bounty. Their internal system is pure spaghetti. Yeah, I think there's definitely some mistake with the code and the way they do data analysis. But it's also concerning that they look at that data and they don't see anything wrong with it. But, you know, that's another story. Okay, so here we've got Zhao. Let me reset. And you know what? We'll pop a boost. What the hell? 30 TC boost together with stamina. May as well. We'll probably be here for 40 minutes or so. Does resetting the pits of an interest in an area make different pits of pain? I keep reading as pits of inferno, dude. The shortcut is too deep in my brain. But yes, it resets them and sets different ones. I mean, that's the whole point of the resetting, right? Why else would you reset if it didn't change the points of interest? Pits of interest. When EK? In about 5 months. After the druid. Would you upgrade the stats on perk first, or should you roll for the right perk first? I don't have an opinion. For me, because I can't use the sanguine bow yet anyways, I'd rather just roll for the right perk. On a character that can already use the weapon, if you get something good enough, like in the top 3, then maybe just keep that and upgrade it before rolling later. But I don't think it matters like a whole ton anyways. Okay, can I full box here? I haven't been here in a couple years on this paladin, but it looks like we can full box. Hey, Mike. All good. All good. Thank you. Yes, EK is going to be a little while yet, though. We still have Druid to come after Paladin, and we haven't even finished Sorcerer yet, so yeah, EK is going to be a while. Did you give up on MS? No. It's just, it's still... I just don't want to stream it. I'm not having a good time streaming it, so MS is for off-stream plus YouTube. And then it'll be Paladin for stream, and then Paladin for YouTube after the Sorcerer is finished. Then Druid, then EK. Another clickbait, or have you not seen the post from CIPSOFT? Jeez, no wonder people think I clickbait if they're not even up to date with the news. Come on, keep up. How can you not know every CM post within 10 minutes of it being posted, dude? Come on, are you a Tibian or what? Did you talk about CIPSOFT last post? Yeah, just for the past hour, yeah. Clearly that's everything anybody wants to talk about, considering CIPSOFT's high quality data collection and questionable conclusions. Is Armor Pen worth it in any Monk weapon? If it's going to be worth in any weapon, it's only in Crypt Strike. Still wouldn't be like top tier, but it's all right. It's all right in Crypt Strike. Probably good enough to keep as you roll for something better. There's not a huge difference though between that one and the best ones. From what I've seen. Actually, isn't Paladin best in Svar? Anyway, it doesn't really matter because both Svargrand and Krachman are taken, so I can't go there. But I think Svargrand's supposed to be the best one for Paladin, right? Here, the backtracking is not great on Paladin. Makes you wonder if anyone from the team even plays the game. Yeah, it makes you really wonder, right? It makes you really wonder that they publish this kind of data and they, they fully believe it, right? It's worrying, very worrying for sure. I am not answering any more VOJ or VOH questions, Tiger. I'm going to add them to the banned words list. How it's apparently quickfire question round? Is it? Apparently it's basically always exclusively never-ending random questions. It's basically what this stream is every time. I don't think it's anything special to this stream today. Anyway, where did the results and links go on the Hunting Places page on Tibia, pal? No, not like this. Come on, bro. Come on. Look at the page. Look at the page. Right at the very top. Right at the very top, there's a banner for you with a redirect link to the pre-rebalance results. Come on. You can do this. You can do this. Oh God. Well, no worries. Within 1 year or so, we'll have it fully updated for everybody. I don't want to repeat myself for the 10th time, but obviously I think CIPSOFT data collection is deeply flawed in some way. Not really possible to say anything else without actually being on the CIPSOFT data collection team because they haven't shared enough to figure out what's wrong with the data, but very clearly, very obviously, there's something wrong with it. You've been repeating yourself for the past hour. That's unfortunately how a lot of these streams go, Unfortunately, a lot of people come in, ask the same questions. It's understandable. Not everybody's here from minute one, obviously. And yes, I should record myself answering a question and then just link it to a stream deck and just play it. You hate monks? Me? I love monks. I think it's is it my favorite ever update? I think monk is my favorite ever update for now. I do think once more and more vocations will start being added, I'll probably be less keen on the monk. But as of right now, I still consider it probably the best update, best addition to the game ever. Bounties probably second, and bestiary, all those years ago is probably my third favorite change to Tibia. So saying I hate monk, very, very, very cruel and definitely untrue. You ran out of respawn? I think so. Looking at the experience I was making, I think I was running out of respawn. I think Paladin is actually much better at Overworld than Monk, because I remember when I was hunting here on the monk, I was like doing like 4.4 kk raw or something in this section on the monk, and I was like breaking the respawn. And I came here on the paladin, 300 levels lower. I was in like over 5 kk raw after one lap, which made me think that I'm definitely gonna overkill. This respawn definitely like way better on a paladin. And so I'll probably actually need to go to Svargren section if I want to come here again. Seems very, very good for a paladin, of course. Why don't I trust CIPSOFT data? They would never lie. To be honest, Akayoshi, I do not think that they are lying. I don't think they are misrepresenting the data to drive some sort of their own narrative. I truly think that they think that that data is accurate, and they don't understand where the disconnect is between the players and the data. So I don't think that they are disingenuous. I think they're just incompetent. There's a small difference, I suppose, but I don't think it's malice. I think it's just incompetence. It's concerning that they can look at that data though and think there's nothing wrong with it. That is definitely not a good sign. Yes, if by those charts, if you're a paladin or a druid, you're pretty safe. You are pretty good. You're probably not going to get nerfed because clearly you are underperforming everybody else. If you're an EK though, whoo, brace yourselves. And monks too, of course. EKs and monks, you brace yourselves. Another round is coming for you, boys. Another round is coming for you for sure. Oh, it's funny. It's funny how like everybody in the community can look at this data and think it's wrong. Does any vocation look at this data and they agree with it? I guess druids maybe. Is there any druids in the chat? Any druids in the chat who looked at the data and you thought, yeah, makes sense? Yeah. Paladins agreed to. I don't think this is funny, kind of sad. What can you do though? Like, it's one of those things where, you should just laugh because, well, there's no point really getting too angry about it. It is what it is. I don't want to be too harsh because, I do try and understand at the end of the day. There's someone real there, working at CIPSOFT, trying to do the job. And I do not think they are being deceptive or disingenuous in any way. I do think they're just genuinely struggling to find the data. And yeah, it kind of sucks. They should probably hire an actual honest to God data scientist, because I'd be very surprised if they have one right now. Otherwise, he's stealing a paycheck if they do have one. But yeah, I don't think it's anybody trying to drive some sort of narrative or anything. I think they are genuinely just not very good at the job. I just cost the intern their role there. I'm always a little I'm always a little conscious when I talk about CIPSOFT. I don't want to be too critical because I think it's not impossible that they can watch this content or can accidentally stumble upon a clip or something. I always do try and recognize that ultimately, while it's a faceless corporation to me and you, it is ultimately real people working there. And I don't want to be too critical of them because I'm certainly not flawless at my job and make mistakes and stuff. So worth remembering before you start going too crazy in the forum, you know? Yeah, I mean, the conclusions to anybody who plays the game and has a fairly good grasp of the mechanics and the vocations, it's clear that the data is not representative of what the average player experiences, right? But as I've said many times, it is a big fault of CIPSOFT that they do not have honest to God players on their team, right? And again, I can understand that you don't want to go to the office, work the 8 hours a day, and then go home and grind out 4 hours of stamina or whatever. It's understandable. I wouldn't want to do that, I think. But they do need to have some way of staying in touch with the players and with the game, because otherwise we get a graph like we got yesterday, and it's just clown central. Just hire people to do only that. Yes, I know. I think that is what they should do, right? They clearly have enough money. I think they should hire, I don't know, 2 people. The thing is, it's hard to hire somebody for that, right? I mean, what would the interview process even be like, right? But yes, I do think that they should have a couple of full-time employees who come in and they play for 1 to 2 hours a day per vocation every day, right? And that's the job. And they play and they are familiar with each vocation, with the rotations, with the items, with the hunting grounds, whatever. Just a full-time, honest-to-God player that plays all vocations, and then that you use their experience in like balancing and stuff. That would be way more worthwhile than whatever freaking garbage data that they are pulling out the game somehow. God knows where they gained that data from, you know? I would apply for this job, and Joe, yeah, it would be. I don't know what would be the best way for CIPSOFT to do it. Maybe they should just have some contractors like genuinely just reach out to a few players and pay them for this kind of job. But then you have wrong incentives, right? Of somebody trying to make their vocation seem weaker than it really is. So it's kind of hard. It's not easy. It's not that simple. I recognize that it's not that simple just paying some people to play. And having only 2 people doing this also would be, potentially skewed data. Give streamers free Tibia coins to hand out to viewers and expect them to give their opinions. Yeah, I mean, CIPSOFT's community management is pretty poor. But what's funny is that the community management in Persist Online, the other game they're working on, is like very good. It's incredible. It's really, really good. It's strange to see that it's the same company, which makes me think that it's just because they are so comfortable with Tibia that they know they can get away with it, which is why they kind of don't invest more into the sort of community management side of it. They don't need to. Whereas they recognize that in a new game, in a brand new game, if they had community management like they do in Tibia, then the game just dies and nobody's going to play it because nobody's going to deal with community managers like that in a new game, right? People in Tibia are like so addicted, they're never going to quit. So there you go. Same out like with Counter-Strike. Yep, exactly. They don't need anyone there, right? Really. Or it's like Google, Google not having any customer service, right? For like your Gmail account or whatever. They don't need to, right? What are you going to do? Quit Gmail? They don't care about you, right? Same with Tibia. Like they don't care if about 1-2 players, whatever. People are still going to come back. Whereas in a new game, in a new product, you have to have a good service. Otherwise, people just aren't going to come to it in the first place. So they're clearly capable of having a good community manager and good community management, because honestly, their Persist Online community manager is great. Big fan. But they don't do it for Tibia, unfortunately. Although I would still argue it's better than it used to be. I still think, Liamas and Niadis and whoever else is there, I would still argue that they are considerably more transparent and considerably more involved in the community than I remember the community managers being, I don't know, 5-10 years ago. So I still think it's a significant improvement on the past. Pretty low bar. Like it's not a high praise necessarily. I still think it is better than it used to be. I mean, there was like, I don't know, maybe I wasn't that actively following community management back in the day. I wasn't as involved in the game, but I always felt like CIPSOFT was doing zero community management, whereas now they at least try a little bit. What is my favorite vocation so far? Paladin. Love it. Look how easy it is for me to just hunt Overworld and stream and talk to you guys while still doing pretty all right, Love it. Great when Rashomon came out, looking to kill some time, chill gameplay, have no hands. Max Blashkevich, go for Paladin or Druid. I would recommend either one of those. I think Paladin comes online and is easy a little bit earlier. Top Monk was under a very strong party for 4 months, just using Thunderstorm runes because he was useless. Oh my god. Really? I never... Is that Bizung? Was Bizung hunting with Thunderstorm runes? Nah, no way. I never watched him hunting. Come on. That couldn't have been the best, most optimal way to play. I don't know. I question that. I question that decision. I'm pretty sure actually using your rotation is still better than using runes. Shumini has charm. Even so, dude, runes on a monk don't do anything. Just charms aren't gonna out DPS his spells. Right? God. RP is so chill and fun. Yep. Just have both. Have MS and have RP. When you feel like tryharding and showing off your mad skills, just go into MS. If you just want to chill and watch a movie, go on Paladin. 1 button rotation, plus heal, plus potion, and you're sorted. I've been out for a while, so what is now power rank of vocations? Who's cranking most EXP solo? I think purely by power, if you go by experience and ignoring playstyle considerations, I think MS is the strongest, followed very closely by Paladin. And those are the top 2. And then between the other 3, there's a pretty big gap, I would say, between the top 2 and the other 3. Between the other 3, I think it's a lot closer. Kind of hard to say. It depends on the level range, I think, and the place that you go into. Okay, we're going Echo. Let's have a look what we get. We get a Warden Reality Reaver. I should call out for that one. Let me call out. Let me call people. I'll be right back. All right. There's going to be some people coming, presumably. Where do I lure it? Let me get it somewhere without killing it. Here it is. Do I just go in the corner with it? Probably, right? Let me just go in the corner with it while we wait for others. This corner, maybe this corner here so people can see. Here we go. We'll wait here. Yeah, there's like 7 or 8 people coming. It's probably going to be a while. Let me set a kill time on it. Kill time. Let's go for 15:51. I don't want to stand here for too long. Anyway, good chance to ask some questions. Because I will just be standing here for 5 minutes while other people come and tag it. Is the Soul Bleeder T3 the same or better than Sanguine Bow T0? They're about the same. What keyboard do you use? What, change stance? Yep, change stance. Thank you. Good point. Good point. What keyboard do I use? Epoca something. 75% keyboard without the numpad. VOH or Crypt Spine. My Crypt Spine is on the market right now. If anybody wants it, I've put on Nevin. I ran out the imbues. EK or RP 200 to 500, which is better. Paladin is probably a little more comfortable, but EK in the 200 to 500 range, in my opinion, is pretty damn good as well. I definitely enjoy EK in that level range. Sorcerer low level is so bad, all spells require precise aiming. Why CIPSOFT doesn't consider forks for Sorcerer? Well, they wanted this make Paladin and they want to make Druid and Sorcerer quite distinct. Why are you waiting to kill them? Other people are coming to tag them to get the charm points. Zao is closed? What are they talking about? They can definitely come here. You know, people are saying that Zao is closed. But anyway, someone found it here. Here we go. People are starting to turn up. Anyway, people are starting to turn up to tag the Reality Reaver and get the charm points. Have you considered doing more than one video a day, or does the algorithm disincentivize it? I believe the algorithm oh god, that's a hard word to pronounce. It's not optimal, yes, for the algorithm. And also, it kind of just lets me go at a slightly slower pace, right? I could dump 10 videos a day, but then I would have to be like making crazy amount of content, and yeah, I don't want to burn out too much. I think one video a day is good. It's going to take a while, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of Tibia, if it takes me 1 year to get everything released, it's not that big a deal, right? It's still going to be there for the next 10 years, probably fairly relevant. I was wondering which vocation to do for Blue Gin. Just, I mean, up to you, but I just do everybody on Blue Gin because it's closer and faster and has better items. I never do Green Gin. Green Gin shit just goes on market. Strino was sharing his YouTube insights today, and I think close to 50% of his long-form traffic came directed from shorts. Okay. That looks... Strino's content is much different to mine on YouTube. So It's not that relevant. He does much more news type content where it's like relevant to like something that's happened over like the past week or two or whatever, whereas mine is like long-term guides. It's totally different content. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Vilso, can you help me with decision about my T4 Sol Hexa? I'm not going to know much about that. So I don't know if I should pay 65k and move it as T3 into Sanguine or sell it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know much about it. Hang on, let me just there's people coming. There's still a few people coming, but I do want to kill it. I've been here for a while. Here we go. Here's Don Bobo. I think there's like two more people. There's another one. And we can wait another minute or so. 5300, we clear it. I think a lot of people didn't know where the Zao section was. I think that was the problem. Let me kill this one off. Because this is a bit of an awkward area, right? Let me see. There's this guy, Centec, calling and coming. It's Centec. Where are you, Centec? It's to the west. Okay, if he's to the west, he's not getting here on time. If he's to the west, that means he's like somewhere here. He's never going to be here on time, dude. That means he's not even on the right floor. Yes. I'm killing it. Okay. Well, that was a little distraction. All right, there it goes. Now let's actually go back to hunting, even though that ruined like 6-7 minutes of our stamina and boost. At least quite a few people got a tag. Yours I watch when I want to find something out, learn a specific thing. His I watch when I eat dinner and got nothing better to do. Yep. That's fully expected. That's I think how our content differs. That's fine. I don't do too many of these sort of like update type videos. I still do it every now and then. But yeah. My content is mostly guide type long. Like for example, like my YouTube is quite unusual with like views over time, because majority of YouTube videos have like a big spike of views at the very start. You know, they have like 90% of the views in like the first week, and then no view, and then like 10% views over the next year or whatever. Mine is like totally inverted, because I don't get very many people watching the guide videos up front, right? Because unless you are literally looking for that respawn today when I publish it, then you're not going to watch it, but you may watch it a year or so later, right? When you want to watch it, when you want to hunt there. Yeah, there's still someone coming. So yeah, my views on YouTube videos are totally inverted to compared to like the usual tail of YouTube views. What server is this? This is Nevia, but I'm only here for another month or so. I'm only here to gather charm points from wardens. Then I'm gonna transfer off to a dead-ish server. Right now, it looks like it's likely going to be Sunira. That's the server I'm planning to move to, probably in about a month or so, once I've picked up a bunch of warden charm points. Yes, I'm on Nevia, yep. Best spot for profit, 600 RP. I haven't been going for profit spawns, but there's definitely a few that are very good. Yeah, Bashma's definitely good. Two-headed turtles are good. Hell, Overworld is probably pretty good. I mean, I've not been focusing at all. I'm not even collecting gold here. I reckon Overworld is probably close to like 2k as well. Get Tablilus are pretty good as well. With the double range, etc. is pretty huntable too. I did a bounty there, was pretty good. Maybe something like frequently asked questions shorts. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but the thing is, like, what is the point of doing shorts? Shorts do not bring in any revenue. Like if you make in Tibia, if you make a short and it gets, in Tibia, the absolute max views you can get on a short is like 20,000 or something, and that's 20,000 views on a short is going to get you like less than like €1 of revenue. So there's no revenue in the short. So the only reason to do shorts is to use it as like a marketing thing for the rest of your channel. But I'm not sure I exactly need much of that. Do you use your barrages on target? Nope. Only for bossing multi-action. So for hunting, I have it on cursor, but I do love my multi-action button for bossing. It's a Grand Con, followed by Ethereal Barrage on target, followed by Divine Barrage on target. And I literally just close my eyes on a boss, and I just press that one button, and it is glorious. Which server would you pick if you were a new returning player? I think Nevia is pretty good for a new returning player. I would probably go for this one. The community here is the sanest. You just need to be prepared to, join the Discord and use the booking system. And then it's a pretty great server for returning players, actually. Just be careful not to get scammed by the many scammers who want to sell you TC for cheap, etc. Stop advertising Nevia? No. I'd rather people came to Nevia because I'm not going to be here for long. It's the greatest European green server. What's a booking system? So it's a Discord booking system for respawns. So it's not done via letter system. You have a Discord bot. You can book, and then you can check on website who is hunted where and when. And yeah, it's just very, very convenient. Sonira. It's Sonira, isn't it? It's with an O, not a U. Come on, Moonheist. Is on target that bad for hunting? It's not that bad. Like, you can use it, but it's not optimal. And with on cursor, I mean, it's very, very easy to use on cursor. When you had to use crosshair, when you had the crosshair system with the runes, I was using on target as a paladin because I didn't want to do the double click with the rune. But since they added the on cursor for runes and certain spells, I definitely much prefer that. Been thinking a lot about changing vocation. Druid feels more comfortable than sorcerer. Yeah. I mean, Earth is better than it used to be anyways. Earth used to be a very bad element, historically, but over the years, Earth, it works pretty much everywhere too. Especially now with the monk as well, they want to make sure that Earth is good everywhere, so Ice plus Earth is pretty good combo. But yeah, definitely much more comfortable. Bro, playing the second worst vocation. I know. I hate Nishida. Look at that. Look at that. I don't like playing OP vocations, Takes skill to play with the worst vocations. Am I going to release any videos summing up tips of recent data, or if it's postponed? I was going to publish a video on the monk today, but then after seeing the data yesterday, I don't really know what to do with the data. I have to this weekend. Maybe I'll sit down and have a little think about what videos to make. I could make a video just about the news yesterday, not specific to the monk. I don't even really know what to say. Like, the video would just be me being harsh on CIPSOFT, which I don't really want to do. So I think we'll probably have a monk video as planned. I just need to kind of rethink what to talk about in the light of the recent CIPSOFT post, because I definitely need to mention that in the video and touch on it somehow. It's just a difficult topic. The perk of damage and spells based on best skills for Paladin is best and slot perks. Any bow, yes. Also for auto attacks is also fine. The combat percentage. Both of those are very, very, very good. Either of those is fine as a best in slot. Gonna smash that like button. Thanks, Moonheist. There's probably gonna be a few days before it's live though. I imagine maybe next Friday. Have you seen Apogea? I've been invited to the playtest, actually, just yesterday or the day before. So I will probably check it out this weekend, actually. I've never played it before. I have had people talk to me about it and recommend it, so I will check it out. It has been a while that I've been waiting for the invite, and yeah, I've been invited just like the other day, so I'll check it out. Probably not going to stream it, but I will check it out. And then I can share my thoughts on stream while playing Tibia next week. They closed it already? What? It's over. What was over? What, it was on for one day? I only got invited like the other day. Like 2 days ago, I think. Already closed. You must be joking. I was waiting to play on the weekend. Oh, what? Well, that sucks. Well, never mind then. Yes, we'll play the next one. Any advice on how to configure the battle next target for paladins? Could you explain yours? Yeah, my default hotkey is target the closest creature. No, I have the hotkey on space that I have is target the top creature of your battle list. And then I just have it sorted by distance, ascending, so the closest creature first. So whenever I press space, it always targets the closest creature. That's it. I also have control space for targeting the next creature in case I have like 2 creatures and I don't want to target the top one. I want to cycle to the next one. But I use that one fairly rarely, but sometimes to finish the box or something I do use it, or on bosses. But by default, I just have it the closest creatures on top of the list and then targeting the top creature. I mean, that's a pretty standard setup, I think, for most vocations. Arrow refill and water reminder. We'll be out of here in a second. Took longer than expected because of that warden. I should have been out of here a few minutes ago. It was a little chaotic with the warden, I think. I'm going to have to check out the Discord afterwards. I feel like quite a few people didn't get the tag because they struggled to find this place. I do think Zao section is tough for people to find. Sometimes if they're not familiar with overworld hunting, it is kind of like on the outskirts. I do think a few people missed the tag because of it, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I couldn't wait any longer. How are EK's OP? Ask CIPSOFT, not me. Oh, look, another raid. Another raid. Please, no warden. I don't want a warden now. I don't want to have to call people again. No, influenced. Influenced reality reavers. 5, 2, 2, and 1. Okay. All right, we'll take that. A little bit more dust for the Gamba. Can't find it anymore. It's literally the top post. Literally the top post on Tibia.com. You can share wardens. Yep, you just need to deal damage to them, and you get the points. Of course, I've got like almost, I don't know how many points I've got from the wardens now. I think around 1.5 thousand from the wardens on Nevia from sharing them with people. In my server, there is an EK 1K that hunts gold tokens away for 8 hours a day. Then he'd be out of stamina in a couple of weeks because you can only hunt for 6 hours a day without running out of stamina. That madman must be hunting on red stamina. Legend. Please no warden. Yes, I just didn't want to have to deal with the hassle of sharing it. And you know, if I get a warden when I'm not streaming, you know, if I don't want to share it, I can just quickly kill it off and, you know, pretend like nothing's happened. When I'm streaming though, you know, someone will complain that I didn't share it, so I feel kind of forced into sharing them when I'm streaming. Not using Utito. Oh yes, we changed the stance. Yes, there we go. Thank you for the reminder. We changed the stance earlier when I was waiting for people to get the warden, and I was like AFK with a bunch of monsters. If you got EXP boost popped, I don't think anyone would blame you. Doesn't matter. I'm not very EXP focused right now, anyways, so it's fine. But yeah, I mean, if I was like full on, you know, praise EXP stamina on like a good hunting ground, then yeah, I probably wouldn't bother sharing. I'd just kill it off, right? Or I'd just like make a note, just make call for people, but say that, you know, someone else has to kill it off and I'm just off hunting, and just send me the loot afterwards. That's also viable. Okay, bounty finished. Let's run out. It took a little longer, but that's actually going to give me extra 2.3 million, which is it's a fairly significant chunk of my level at this point. What was the item people used to tag them? It's the replica weapons that you can buy in Heist Museum. I need to make a command for that. Valuable mayhem rod, valuable carving one. Let me make a quick command now. In Botrix. Okay. So you asked on Twitch. Let me just see if the command works on Twitch. I created a command, ! tag. There we go. So yeah, if anybody sees someone asking about those ones on rods in the future, you can do the command, ! tag, and this will talk about it'll give the name of the stuff that you use to tag bosses and wardens. There we go. How do you think is the EXP per hour split up until 300 for each vocations? I actually think it's going to be pretty close. I think all vocations until 300 are pretty strong. Before the rebalance, it was probably EK and Monk favored. But I think after the rebalance, everybody's caught up. I think until 300 is pretty close. I would struggle to say who's the strongest. I do think that druids and sorcerers have it easier on newer servers because they have less reliance on skills. Whereas, you know, monks, EKs, and paladins do need to have some skill, but then they do have offline training. So on older servers, that's probably less of a consideration. But generally, I would say they're pretty close now. All right. What level can you start doing crypt bosses? Well, the mini bosses aren't too bad. You can probably do those from like 700, 800. Is the final that's quite difficult. I think, I don't know what level you need. Which bow should I use at 300? Probably Falcon bow, but Bow of Destruction is still pretty good. You can just hold on to your Bow of Destruction if you want. Okay, let's roll the bounty. Even though I've probably only got like 30 minutes before I gotta go. Let me roll the bounty, see what we get. Crusader. I do want to do Crusader. I am working on that bestiary. And it's free. Yo, what? How much do we need for that? 30 minutes? Probably 30 minutes, right? Yeah, got it. Okay, we can actually finish that one. This is a low kill count. Plus I got it. Yeah, let's go. I'm surprised it's free. It's pretty much booked SS to SS almost on Nevia sometimes. Looks good though. Siema, Liftus. Why use Bow of Kata if BOD is better? I don't use Bow of Kata. That is just like my cheap non-imbue set when I just run through the city. I don't actually use it. It's an unimbued garbage item that costs 100k. It's the only reason I have it. I don't actually ever use it for anything. It's Warden Point or Echo Point? Bro, it's just the most recent summer update. Just go on Wiki on the summer update, the latest one, and just read up about it. I do have a video on YouTube talking about the Echo raids as well. Wardens give you charm points and some useless scrolls. All right, reset. Let's go. It's the most recent update, though. I'm sure you can just read about it. It's too much to explain. Monk on auction again. I mean, I'm selling it again. It was on auction. It failed. And I relisted it. And now it's got a bid on already. In fact, I know of at least 3 people who are willing to pay 45k. So I'm hoping there's going to be a bit of a bidding war going on Sunday SS. But I guess we'll see. I'd love to have the ability to get any basic imbue into legs. That would make it better, sure. Yeah, it could do that. 1 imbue slot on legs just for protection, well, limited to basic. Yeah, interesting. Could be. You got Falcon Greaves on EK yesterday, okay? No, once you've got Falcon Greaves, your fabulous legs are donzo. You will not be needing fabulous legs again. You can sell those off. I assume he was doing a boss. Anyways, yes, my monk is going to sell on Sunday SS. I'm curious to see where it ends up. I mean, I'm okay with 45k, even if it just ends up being 45k. But anything more than that will be for sure welcome. Would be nice to get 45k after tax. After CIPSOFT tax. So I imagine it would have to go for what? 51, maybe? Something like that, right? 51, 52, maybe, for me to get 45 net. What do you mean EK confirmed OP? Or have you seen Tibia.com? I'm the highest bidder. I'll pay once the Monk video is released. Oh boy. Nice blackmail. Hey, Mac. I love your content. Any hunt? I do. I use your VODs as reference. Awesome. Great to hear. Hopefully you're not going to need VODs. I'm going to have actual dedicated hunting guides for everything in some time, but it's going to take a little longer. Which bow should I use at 300 RP? I've literally answered that question like 5 minutes ago. I said you can use Falcon bow. It's probably the best one, but it's very close to Bow of Destruction. So you can just stay with your Bow of Destruction if that's what you got. And those are the only two options. Doesn't matter too much. What is this guy doing here? What is this guy doing killing here? Maybe he's doing quest access. Sus. Very sus. Do you agree with the statement that EK is the strongest? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not playing the EK, so I am fully on board with EK being the strongest. If they get nerfed, then they get nerfed, you know. Doesn't affect me, so. Go ahead, CIPSOFT. Do it. Destruction, in my opinion, better perks. Yep. But Falcon has, you know, some resistance and I think +1 attack or something compared to Destruction. But yes, it's pretty close. I think people always say that Falcon is slightly better damage-wise. Even considering the perks, but maybe if you reroll a couple of the perks on the Bow of Destruction, then it's better. Not sure. Monk strongest, EK second strongest. Yeah, it's close though. They are definitely the strongest two, but hard to decide which one's better. EKs are known for the level 1k power and perfect scaling. According to CIPSOFT, Druid is the weakest, but was nerfed 10%. Well, I mean, he wasn't nerfed 10%. Two of his spells were nerfed 10% base damage. It's not the same as 10% nerf overall. It's probably more like a 5% nerf. But yes, their data was clearly showing that Druid was the weakest vocation. And yet it got a pretty significant nerf. Makes you wonder if maybe even CIPSOFT doesn't quite believe their own data. Could it be? Could it be? So the CIPSOFT Druid is now the weakest? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily think that's so outrageous. Like Druid being the weakest, or like weakest two, I could believe. It's the EK being strongest, and Monk like also basically EK and Monk being strongest both is pretty funny, to say the least. Pretty good joke. Maybe CIPSOFT forgot it's not April the 1st when they cooked up that graph. Yes, and he's making like 2.5 KK raw or something. So what? Who cares? It's nothing that incredible. And also 90% of people who would try that Warzone 5 on a Druid would die within the first box. So again, kind of irrelevant. There's people going Rashomon West on like 150 Paladin, and so what? It doesn't matter that it's actually any good. Random outliers and hunting like crazy spots on low levels is not really relevant or for balance. Not unless they're making like 6kk raw on a level 200, but nobody's doing that. Hunting chapter 4 with Divine Barrage because Headwalker is weak to hold like 5%. Is it better F-roll? Yes, because the F-roll Barrage is much stronger than the Divine Barrage with Sharpshooter. So, yes. There's only very few spots where it actually makes sense to go with the Divine stance. Stuff like Crypt Warriors, Falcons, a little bit, although it's close. You know, Cathedral, Flimsies. There's a few spots, but not that many. No other class can do that. I'm sure you can find some specific circumstances where each class has something unique to them, right? Okay, so you've got a Druid on Warzone 5 here. I'm sure, you know, Monk on level 130 destroying Grim Reapers is something no other class can do. But does that mean that, you know, we need to nerf Monk? Because on level 130 he can destroy Grim Reapers? I don't think so. And I'm sure he's doing more experience on that 130 Monk at Grim Reapers than that 150 Druid is doing at Warzone 5. Even though it looks cool and impressive, it's not really ultimately that relevant for balance. Tested some spawns that challenge strong of spells. I think Divine Barrages will be better than physical when the monsters take 25% or more damage from Divine. I mean, I don't know about the numbers, Nuke Duck. I haven't run the numbers. I think 25% is a significant difference. I imagine it is probably... I think it's probably a little lower than that because you also have to consider that you've got the defensive bonuses of the Divine Stance, which will help as well. I think for me, the breakpoint for using Divine over F-roll is probably around 10 to 15%. Like if the monsters were 100% to physical, but like 110 or 115 or 115 to holy, that's when I would be thinking, you know, and everything else being equal, that's when I would be thinking holy maybe, right? I'd be comparing them. One sec, there's been a ping for a warden. Let me check. Let me check which one it is, if we're going to go get it. No, it's an easy one for 5 charm points, so I don't care. When I'm streaming or doing something, I go for medium or better. So it's 10 or 15 charm points. Why is EK OP? Ask CIPSOFT. Come on, dudes. Stay on top. Stay on top of the news from CIPSOFT. Come on, come on, come on. How can you be a Tibian and not have seen the post yesterday from CIPSOFT? Bro, come on. Come on, Tibia.com, first post. What is better, Life Leech for F-roll Barrage or base damage? Base damage. That's probably the easiest question I'm going to get today. So thank you for that. Rolled weapon proficiency 10 times and haven't had anything good yet. I'm on 6 rerolls right now on Sanguine Bow. I have crit chance for auto attacks, which isn't terrible, but it's not exactly something I'm going to keep long term. So, you know, 6 rolls deep. I still haven't had anything good enough. Do I feel guilty about Monk's current state? Nope. I do not think it's my fault. So why would I be feeling guilty for something that is not my responsibility or something I don't have any power to change or influence? Right? So, no, I do not. I do not feel guilty. I think the designers of Monk should feel guilty for letting it release in a broken state. Nothing to do with me. Do you think this is a buff to the other classes or a nerf to EK and Monk? Oh, do you think what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen. Actually, that's an interesting question because, yes, if you look at the data, you'd think, yeah, there is a nerf coming from Monk and EK. It's kind of a good job that CIPSOFT published those graphs because of the absurdity of it. If there's a nerf to Monk and EK, that's it. There's just I don't know. People are gonna flip. I think the game's over at that point. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I was fully on board with the likely nerf for Paladin and Sorcerer down the line, but I'm not so sure. Having looked at the stats, unless they manage to figure out how to collect the stats properly and get some relevant data. I don't know. Would they nerf Sorcerer and Paladin purely based on player sentiment and not on the data that they have in? Maybe, maybe not. But yes, if Monk and EK were nerfed, forum would be on fire. Where's the video about the Monk? Did you give up on it? No, but I was going to publish it this week, but then they published the stuff yesterday, so now I need to rework it and rethink about how to frame it. Well, we'll get there. We'll get a Monk video eventually. I was waiting for this post yesterday. EK's and Monk on Suicide Watch? Yes. Indeed. Indeed. Would be pretty funny. Any class gets nerfed and forum is on fire. You know what, you say that, but when the monks were getting nerf after nerf after nerf after nerf last year, somehow all the other classes were quiet and, they're all like, oh yeah, he's had it coming, deserves it, But now that everybody else is getting nerfed, suddenly, ooh, big deal, Well, now monks are laughing. Well, they're laughing between the tiers, about the power level, but still. Monks are saying first time. Yes. Exactly. How do I choose what proficiency box to reshape? Mathematics. Do you offer character valuations? Nope. I know next to nothing about Character Bazaar. Whenever I want to sell or buy something, I go on exevopan.com. I am not affiliated with them in any way, but that is the Bazaar website. And I put in some parameters and check out the historic prices for matching characters. And that's how I deduce how much something is worth. Because I have no clue myself without looking it up. Imagine how the data was before the monk nerfs. Yeah, that I would have liked to see the data before. I would have liked to see the data like, last I don't know, June or something, 2 months after the monk release, seeing how the monk does compared to the other vocations. If before rebalance, after all the monk nerfs, monk was apparently still doing 2.5 times the experience of the druid. The druid was only doing 40% of the experience of the monk. What was it before all the nerfs? Was druid making 20% of the experience of an average monk according to the data? What? Yes, before all the nerfs, the data would have been fun to see. Monk was off the charts. They couldn't even put together a chart. It was so, the scale was all messed up. You couldn't even see the lines for the other vocations. And yeah, it's interesting though that CIPSOFT data still is basically making it seem like Monk is still very, very strong, right? Even though before rebalance already he wasn't that strong. And people were hoping for some improvements as part of the rebalance, and instead they seemingly overall got nerfed because their results went down. RP mana sustain is too bad. Okay, I mean, don't know where you're having a problem with mana. Perhaps you're not hitting enough arrows, in which case, yes, then mana can be a problem if you're not leeching enough. Shouldn't really be very common, though. Tip data is making us think that they are stupid. Yeah. I do think, I do have to say, haven't seen the data. Doesn't fill me with confidence in their abilities to balance the game properly. Although it's not the only reason. Bizarre thing is that no one wanted Monk in the party. Yes, Monk was super vocation. Something doesn't add up. Yep. Well, the data is for solo only, apparently. I'm curious if they're going to publish. Do you know what? Oh, I hope they do. I hope that, because they said they're going to start looking at bossing and team hunting, right? Soon. I think they said that, right? And imagine a month from now, CIPSOFT publishes a graph for like bossing power, and Monk is right, right at the top. Please, 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 please make it happen. Oh my God, please. I want to see it. I want to see that graph, dude. Oh my God. An RP at the bottom. Oh. They should publish a stats of how many Faroon Brass hats were won by each vocation over the past 10 years or so. I'd like to see a graph like that. Even 1 year? True, even 1 year, there would be enough, right? There's what, like 140 Faroos per year? I imagine at least 120 of those are probably won by Paladins, right? If not more than that. $120 were won by Mazarin. He's not quite that good. Plus, he doesn't quite have this many contacts across different servers. I don't think he does all the Brazilian ones or the North American ones because of ping. I think he only does European ones. So he's kind of limited because of that. Where did they post the buff? It's already on the site? No buffs. No buffs, friend. They just published data about the results of each vocation. And EK is the strongest solo vocation, basically. Yeah, according to the stats. In level 400 to 600, Monk is, I think, slightly better than the EK. And EK is best in all other level ranges. How can you measure Monk over level 1k? Yeah, it's also true, indeed. There's only like probably like 10 solo hunting monks above level 1k, right? So again, the thing is, the average level 1k monk is going to be like a crazy good player compared to the average, right? If you've got level 1k after 1 year of a vocation being there, you're going to be like really, really good, right? So there's the values of like an average 1k monk, the skill level of an average 1k monk compared to 1k of any other vocation must be like crazy, much better, right? So that also should impact the balance, no? The average RP must be so bad. Yes, that is a conclusion I'm also getting from it. The average RP must be so bad, dude. We all laugh at Valkyrie Huntress and his or her videos and posts on Tibia.com, but bro, he apparently represents a good chunk of the Paladin player base. So did I watch the Valkyrie Huntress video, bro? Of course I have. I've seen many Valkyrie Hunters videos. I've seen the one of it, I don't know if it's a him or a she. I'm gonna just say it's a he. I assume it's a he. He's I've watched his video hunting Garoma, serpent spawns and medusas back in the day. I watched him trying to hunt Azalon, Azalon Castle. I've seen the video of him trying flimsies. It's very good, very very good, and it explains so much about the average paladin. They have videos. YouTube. I think they're on YouTube. Yep. The flimsy one is goated. Oh, they're all goated, dude. They're all goated. They're just unbelievable. So an RP on Falcons with Assassin Stars the other day. Yep. But you know what? Those you all laugh. You're making fun of the average paladin. They are making sure that paladins stay unnerfed. So they're the real kings, you know? They're the paladin kings, making sure paladins don't get nerfed. You should say thank you. Valkyrie Huntress single-handedly keeping paladins unnerfed, dude. Mouse clicking spells. Yep. Do you want to stay longer? No, I've just finished. I've just finished, so go ahead. I was just doing the bounty. All right, see what we get. Boom. No, not doing anything here. Roll. Silver flimsy, huh? Rude not to. Let me see if there's a flimsy hunt available. I'm gonna have to finish. It's not. Ooh, flimsies Port Hope are free, but I don't have the time to go now. No. What day is it tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday. I'll do it at some point tomorrow, but I'm not gonna do that now. Okay, I've got another 10 minutes or so before I gotta go, so I can answer some questions and stuff. While we do it, I might go and choose some region to work on my points of interest for. What should we start with? I kind of wanted to go region by region. What's the first region to do? Actually, I want to go with easy ones. What's the easiest respawn to like do? Maripor? What is this? Is this the new area? Can I do this one solo? What is this? Is this the new hunting ground for the endgame hunting ground? Can I do this one solo? Kralos, Faris, Grey Island. I think I have some of those. I have Oromond. I have Kralos. Do I have Grey? I have Grey Island as well. I don't have Faris, so we could do Faris. You're gonna have problem with moon spawns. Okay, so forget Maripor then. Let's go to Faris then, I guess. What's the profit of spamming tasks? It's just alternative content mostly that I like. All right, let's go to Faris. It's funny how CIPSOFT didn't consider that most monks that level up in these ranges are people who mostly rolled, yeah, and know how to play as well, right? I imagine that the average monk is someone who's very clued into the game and knows about all the OP spots, and is just very efficient at the game compared to the average player, right? I imagine most monks who started last year would be hunting like Mirror, Nagas, whatever, whereas the average player of every other vocation is probably still hunting like, I don't know, Benuta, right, at most. Or like Oromond West at level 300 or something, right? Okay, let me check the areas here then. So we have, oh, there's only 3 areas. There's one outside and there's the one in the village. Let's go to the village first then. And I already got Candia. Have you looked at the map for points of interest? I'm gonna do, let me do this one. Oh, there's one here. Oh, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, that was quick. I've got 5 out of 7 already. Six. 7, 8. Okay, got that one. The CIPSOFT buff monk? Nope. I just watched that Valkyrie person video clicking for spells. Holy. Do you wanna share the link? I guess we can watch it. If people haven't seen it, I guess we can showcase the average paladin. Send. Actually, I'm just gonna Google it. Fuck it. Let me open up Firefox. Metal, it's pretty negative. Valkyrie Huntress YouTube. Hang on. Oh, go away, YouTube notifications. Okay, hang on. I've got him. Oh, and there's the flimsy hunt. All right, let's get the flimsy hunt going. 1 sec. Let me switch the tab. This is the famous Valkyrie Huntress flimsy entry. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. No, it doesn't look like I can zoom in. All right, let's just watch it then. Maybe like this. Entrance room only. Up and side lore. Rest of the place is free to hunt. You know it's gonna be good. Undiscovered map, of course. Yeah, in the top right. All right. Ah, the letter throwing mechanics. All right, come on. The equipment level 452 always showcases his wheel, his proficiency. The Umbral Master Bow. All right, okay, so let's speed up. When is this video from, by the way? Let me just check. Is this for post rebalance? This is 2 weeks ago, dude. This is I haven't actually seen this one. I actually haven't seen this one. I didn't realize it was so recent. I've seen a different one. All right, let's watch. This is from two weeks ago. All right. Oh god, he's taking his time. Oh, look at that! Look at this multi-action button. Ephro Barrage into Thunderstorm Rune into Ephro Barrage. Oh, this one's Ephro Barrage into GFB into Ephro Barrage. Oh my god, the tech. There he's got Massan GFB Massan Divine Barrage Massan, Exura Grand San GMP. Okay, all right, this guy. Oh my god. All right, come on. Oh, he's so slow. Dude, he's so slow. Oh god. Come on. It's been going for almost 2 minutes. Let me just Oh my god, he's still going. All right, let's speed it up another minute. He's going in. All right, come on. Why do you assume it's a guy? I don't know. I just have to assume a gender. Oh my god. His videos. There we go. He's going in. He's clicking the spells. He's in with he's got the Ember Wing. He's got the Familiar. How can he see shit? It's so dark. He doesn't have his light effects on, dude. Oh my god. He's clicking the hotkeys, dude. Oh. No, it's not as bad as it could have been. He keeps going for 15 minutes. Let's just, he's clicking the hotkeys. Not optimal. He keeps going though. Look, it's a 17-minute long video. Check the experience. This is 15 minutes in. Where's the EXP analyzer? Hunt analyzer. 1.6k 1.6k raw. Bro is doing 1.6k raw at Flimsies on a level 450. No wonder paladins aren't nerfed. Why is he using void boots? Why void? Is there a lot of energy? 6% energy damage at Flimsies. Do void boots give something I don't know about? Hang on a minute. %10 energy. No? Regen. It's the regen. He needs the regen. True. He doesn't use imbues, right? I think he doesn't use imbues, from what I remember. Does he have his imbue tracker? No, he doesn't have an imbue tracker because he doesn't use imbues, right? He doesn't use imbues. Let's have a look. Yeah, when he hits, does he get any? Oh no, he must have some imbues. He's getting like 200 HP per hit, right? So he must be. Does he have some? Oh no! Oh no! I think it must have been the strong health potions that he's using that I saw. It must have been the strong health potions. Oh god, no! I think he doesn't use imbues. I think I remember him writing a post that he doesn't approve of imbues. Oh god. Oh well, there you have it. This is Valkyrie Huntress. You've never heard of him/her? Famous paladin. Famous paladin, dude. All right, anyways. He is single-handedly keeping the average experience of paladins low and unnerfed. So say thank you. What if he has one arm? I would say he is still underperforming for a one-armed player. I would say if he genuinely has one arm, I still think he's underperforming. I still think he could do better with just one arm. Especially on the paladin now. One arm, you could do a lot of things with one arm. Yeah, you can play with one arm these days. Yeah, with multi-actions and stuff. It's his time now, dude. It's his time. Anyways, I do have to go. Let me see who's streaming on Twitch. Well, that was a bit of Valkyrie Huntress for you, so there you go. Okay, Fiery's there. I wonder if he's doing... Let's see if he's doing marbles again. Let me check. No, he's not doing marbles this time. Lovely. So you might actually get some Tibia gameplay. Go one arm challenge. It's kind of interesting. Not very fun long term, but doing that for like a day or two could be interesting for a stream. One arm challenge stream. Maybe that could be quite fun. Kind of hard to prove it, but yeah, we could try it. Have you seen the guy playing League with his mouth? I saw a thumbnail of a video from him. I didn't actually watch it though. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go. Do you recommend Nevia for a casual solo player? Yeah, I do. I think it's good. The booking system for a casual player is pretty nice, as long as you can book something at 10 a.m. Oh, hang on, I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right back. All right, that's it. It was Liamas. EKs, you might want to go on holiday next Tuesday. I've got you. I hope you've got some money saved up for a nice holiday. Does anyone know if Carnage works on summons? I don't know. No, I do not know. What in the stream title? Check out Tibia.com, latest post. Did CIPSOFT make the monk numbers up or something? Or the data is kind of scuffed, right? Most likely that, I imagine. Can you assign charms to summons? Well, you can just assign charms. Well, it depends what summons you're talking about. You can assign charms for like a fire elemental, like a demon summon, and it works like Adrenaline Burst, for example, works on fire elemental summons, right? I don't know about. I don't know about. I don't know about Carnage. I feel like it should work. No, it doesn't proc on summons. Okay, so it's a special case. That's fine. People are using cleanse on cave rat and stuff. I mean, what's the problem with that? Where do you? Does it matter? Does it matter? Maybe they. I don't know. I thought it was still works on PvP. Okay, all right. PvP. Yeah, I'm not familiar. Not familiar with PvP. Okay, I do have to go. I answered the phone because I thought maybe it was going to be a chance to stream a bit longer, but unfortunately not. So I do have to go. Would I be keen to do some comparison on 2 to 3 spots? On all vocations? No, not really, because it's going to take a lot of time for not much payoff for me personally. It would be a good test, but someone who's a full-time streamer should do that. Someone who plays Tibia for a living and plays Tibia for 8 hours a day, that's the kind of person who should be doing these type of tests. I do not have enough time to be doing something like that, because it would take me like 2 weeks exclusively to do this kind of content. All right. I gotta go. I really do have to go. Let me send you over to Fiery Soul on Twitch. And my next stream, when's the next stream? So it's the weekend. I never know about the weekend. We're going to have a stream on Monday for sure. And I'll try and get in a stream this weekend, but no promises. We'll see. Maybe I have a couple of hours. Maybe on Sunday, but we shall see. Anyways, Paladin and MS on top right now. MS more difficult to play. Paladin much more comfortable. Anyways, all right, send you over to Fiery. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good weekend. I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.